Dazzle.tarot, how to make a tarot journal and tarot book. Re-uploaded. I had to add more to it, you guys, so let's come on. All right, so what we're going to need today is we're going to need 2 notebooks, 1 pen, 1 pair of scissors, a glue stick, and a printer. The last 3 are optional. Okay, so creating your own tarot book helps you to remember the meanings of each tarot card, and it serves as a reference when you need it. Being creative helps you tap into your spiritual side. First of all, what you want to do is you want to create your front cover of your book. So it's going to be called Tarot Book by Dazzle. That's going to be my tarot book. That's going to be the name of mine. Okay, and then you can create anything you want to, design the front. You can put stickers on the front, whatever you want to do it. Because why? Being creative taps into your inner child and it taps into the divine. And it's fun, right? And also, tarot books are a necessity. Most times when you buy a tarot deck, you're going to get a tarot book with the deck. But sometimes you don't. And for me personally, I like to have my own personal tarot book with me so I can always reference back to it. And also, if I'm doing a reading and I'm unsure about something, I can just pull out my own book and look at the meanings of it, right? So when we're starting this tarot book, the first thing I'm going to need everybody to do is leave the first 3 pages blank. Why? Because you're going to need a table of contents. And don't do it first. Don't create the table of contents first, because you want to get a clear understanding of what number is what, okay, as far as the page number. So I suggest you do the book first and then go back to the 3 blank pages and then put in the table of contents. Okay, so your book should look like this. For example, I'm going to do the first card. The first card is the Major Arcana card, 0, the Fool. Okay, so with a pair of scissors and a glue stick, I'm going to print out the image of the Fool tarot card, and I'm going to cut out the image, and I'm going to use the glue stick to stick it onto my page. You don't have to print out a tarot card if you don't want to. It's up to you, but that's what I like to do, right? Because I get creative with it. And when I'm describing this card, I'm going to make sure I put in everything that's needed that I need to know about it. So first of all, I'm going to start with the numerology, which is a 0, which is pretty much meaning potential and possibilities, right? I'm also going to put in the planet. The planet is Uranus. I'm going to put in what type of sign it is and what sign it is. So it's going to be a mutable water sign, and it's a Pisces. And then I'm also, down here, I'm going to put in the card meaning. And the meaning of this card is the Fool represents new beginnings, having faith in the future, being inexperienced, not knowing what to expect, having beginner's luck, improvisation, killed that word, improvisation, and believing in the universe. I'm also going to put in the keywords, the upright meanings and the reverse meanings. Keywords, not the meanings. Don't put in the whole meanings. Just put in the keywords, because I don't want y'all to be writing a dictionary, okay? So the keywords is new beginnings, innocence, leap of faith, spontaneity. And then the reverse, they're going to be folly, lack of direction, naivety, blockages, stupidity, poor judgment, chaos, and recklessness, okay? So then the next part of it, on the same page, you're going to write down when pulled in a reading. And you're going to write down how you feel about this card when it's being pulled. What does it say to you? So for me, what I wrote down is upright. I would say that someone may want a new beginning, or they may want to take a risk. Reverse, I would say someone may need to rethink jumping into a situation. Someone may have been reckless in the situation, or someone may have taken a risk in the past. Those are the things that I put. You can put whatever you feel like that card means to you when it's being pulled. So at the end of that, your whole first page should look like this. It should have the image, It should have the major arcana card. It's in the name of the card. It should have everything you need to know on there, and it should fit in one page. And what you have to do, and always remember this, number your pages, okay? So, all right, let's go to the next one. So after you finish putting all the definitions and everything of all the tarot cards in your book, you're going to make a table of contents. So I didn't write down each and every tarot card because I'm just not going to do that. But for you guys, when you do your book in your table of contents, make sure you do it like this. You put the major arcana, and then it's the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, and so forth and so forth. And right beside it, you put the page that is on. So you guys can go directly to it. And you're going to do the same thing with the minor arcana cards. So you're going to put swords. Then you're going to start with the page of swords, the knight of swords, the queen of swords, the king of swords. Then you're going to put the page number on it. Then you're going to do the same thing with the wands, cups, and pentacles. Also, with the minor arcana, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do swords, and it's going to be ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to put the page on there. Then you're going to do the same thing with the wands, the cups, and the pentacles. So your book should look like this. So the Fool is on page 1. In the table of contents, the Fool right here, you see it is on page 1. And you can go directly to that page. Okay? So now we're going to talk about creating a tarot journal. Creating your own tarot journal helps you keep a record of your readings, helps you strengthen your tarot skills, allow you to see your growth as a reader, and you can see how accurate your reading was. I like having a tarot journal. I've had one, and then I had one for a little while, and then I stopped putting stuff in it. So I need to go back into it. But I love having a tarot journal because I got to see how my brain worked, and I got to see if my reading was accurate. And I actually used my tarot book as a reference for my tarot journal because when I would do my readings, I would forget what the meaning was. So I would go back to my tarot book and I would say, oh, on page 3, the High Priestess means this, that, and the third. Okay, so I just did this reading and it's in the past position and it's the High Priestess. So because this means this, that, and the third, I'm going to put down, well, this is why I feel this way. And I'm going to put the meaning, So I enjoyed my tarot journal and my tarot book. But let's go ahead. So keep the first 3 pages blank because, again, at the end, when your tarot journal is full, you can go back and you can make a table of contents. And pretty much it's going to help you go directly to that reading that you did. Okay? So when you are doing your tarot journal, it should look like this. You should have the date and the time in the upper right-hand corner. To me, I put tarot reading, the first line. If you want to be more specific, if you're doing a celebrity reading, you can put celebrity tarot reading on the first line. Also, the second line, I put 3-card pull because I only pulled 3 cards. This is a reading I actually did while I was making this content. And my question was, will Beyonce divorce Jay-Z? I had the Emperor upright in the pertinent past position, the 8 of Wands upright in the present position, and the 6 of Cups reversed in the future likely outcome position. So what I did was I jotted it down like this, and then I described what each card meant in that position for me. So in the pertinent past, I put, because the Emperor is usually a male, I think that in the pertinent past, Jay-Z has settled into his fatherly role because they have children within their marriage. He has become protective of his family. He feels responsible for them and makes sure to provide for his family. In the present position, I put, since the Eight of Wands is upright in the present position, I think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are experiencing excitement and movement in their marriage currently. I feel like they are working as a team and going in a positive direction. I also think that the unexpected can happen during this period. And then for my future likely outcome, I put, because of the Six of Cups reverse is in the future likely outcome position, I feel their relationship could become dull or lacking in the enthusiasm department. It can become confining and too routine. I also feel like because someone may feel bored, they may reminisce on the past, which may not be a good thing. And then at the bottom of my page, I put my answer to the question. My answer to the question, and your answer could be different, is whatever answer you want to put that you feel is the answer to this question. I said Beyonce will not divorce Jay-Z as long as they keep the spark going in their marriage. Jay-Z has settled into their marriage, and because he shows up in this reading, I feel like if he gets too bored, he may start thinking about past partners, and that can lead to something. If anything, Jay-Z and his actions would be the reason why they would split, and Beyonce would divorce him. So that's what I put, and that was my answer for that question in this tarot reading. So then your journal should look like this. This is how you should put everything in it. So everything is where it needs to be. You have a date that you did this reading. You have a time that you did this reading. You have the question. You have the spread. You have what was in the spread, and then you can actually, and it's basically showing you how your brain worked, and it's basically showing you how you got to your answer, right? So afterwards, at the end, when your book is full and everything is done, then you can make a table of contents, right? So the first one I had was, will Beyonce divorce Jay-Z? And you're going to put 1. And then, I guess the next one I was going to ask is, will I get a new job soon? That's going to be 2. And then, I don't know, you can ask, will Mary J. Blige get an Oscar? And you can put that for page 3, whatever the case may be, etc. But it's going to be your table of contents. And when your book is full, you start a new book, and then you start another one and another one, and then you'll always have a reference, and you're always going to see, you're going to remember all your readings. That's another big thing. And you get to go back and look at your first ever reading all the way up until your present reading and see how far you came as a reader. Thank you. This was Dazzle That Tarot. Like, comment, and subscribe, and book a private reading. Thank you for watching.